What's up, everyone? We are live at 5.
Hello and welcome. I'm Beth Stevens.
I'm Paul Wontorek, and we have a super cool guest who's here today,
James Badgedale of Building the Wall.
which you just saw last night.
I just saw it this week, yes.
Yeah, she came in this morning talking about it.
I've been talking about it for 2 whole days.
This is like a good hot topic.
It's a hot topic.
Yeah. You can dig into it with him.
Yes.
But we actually have a lot of news. First of all, let's remind everyone, the Broadway.com Audience Choice Awards, this is your last chance to vote. So,
you can be heard. Your vote counts.
Yeah. Tony Schmoney, hashtag Tony Schmoney. And you have until 11:59 tonight. And then on Friday, we'll announce the winners.
At midnight, it's over, people.
And then next week, we give out trophies, and then that's it on the next year. So that's exciting. You have,
This is it.
It's your last chance.
Countdown.
So don't forget to do it. Broadway.com/awards. But super exciting, I hope, news. We've been talking for like 7 or 8 years about King Kong becoming a Broadway musical.
That's right.
This has been announced and in the works forever.
And written and rewritten.
Well, and I'm a little bit of a King Kong freak. I just love the story of King Kong. And I grew up, my dad, can I explain why?
Sure, go ahead.
So every year on Thanksgiving, Channel 9 used to show King Kong, Son of Kong, and then Mighty Joe Young.
I've never seen any of this, by the way.
The 3 black and white original movies, and I used to watch it with my dad. It's like dad memories. And King Kong, and I love the story, and I love the Peter Jackson redo, and I saw the most recent redo. Anyway, it's finally coming to Broadway in fall of 2018. It better not disappoint me. I'm nervous.
It's like you're looking at the monster itself.
Staring down all the people we're going to talk about. It will be at the Broadway Theater, which is where Miss Saigon
Miss Saigon is a limited engagement.
Yeah,
so just so you
Miss Saigon is already scheduled to close in January, I believe.
Right.
So it's fall 2018, King Kong on Broadway. Now let's talk about the creatives because they're all kind of new to Broadway people. So the score is by this guy named Marius DeVry, and he's been involved since the beginning. He's a what?
Grammy nominee.
Okay.
I'm just saying, he's somebody.
All right. I think he said Tony nominee. I was like, no, this guy's brand new. If anyone's a fan of Madonna's Ray of Light album,
which Paul is.
Anyone my age out there? He wrote the song Nothing Really Matters and Little Star from Ray of Light. That's exciting to me. Anyway, he's writing the score. He did a lot of work with Bjork. He did the Romeo plus Juliet soundtrack, which got him a lot of award love. Anyway, he's doing the score, but then this guy named Eddie Perfect.
This guy.
Eddie Perfect. It's like the best showbiz name since Beanie Feldstein and Hello Dolly.
Okay.
Eddie Perfect, he's this Australian guy. He's writing the songs.
This played Australia, right? Didn't King Kong?
Yeah, an earlier version, yes. But this show,
there are Australians involved.
There are a lot of versions of this show, Beth. So this guy, he is a political comedian, songwriter in Australia. He had a solo show called Drink Pepsi Bitch, which I just think everyone should know. I think that's funny.
I like this.
Thanks for the laugh. And he also wrote a musical called Shane Warne the Musical, which is about a cricketer. What do you say?
Definitely not cricket.
It's a sport of cricket. Anyway, he wrote a musical about this guy, and then he got the Helpman Award, which is the Tony of Australia.
They always say that.
Right. For Best New Australian Work. And he's a judge on Australia's Got Talent. So anyway, he's writing the songs, and then the final person I want you to know is, you're going to know what this is. Drew McGonaghy is the director
and
choreographer. And he won an Olivier for choreographing In the Heights in London, which we saw.
We did see
like a rebooted In the Heights, and the choreography was fantastic, and he was nominated this past year for Jesus Christ Superstar. So he's going to be like a young, interesting talent to get behind it, and maybe the fanciest name is Jack Thorne, because he is one of the writers of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child,
which
and
is
he
also
is now
coming in
joining the team as book writer. So do me proud, people.
We're not done with the news yet, you guys. That's just
no,
one
we're not
story.
done with King Kong yet, because I just want to give a quick shout out to all the talents who have come and gone.
The previous.
Sarah McLachlan, Craig Lucas, director Daniel Kramer, John Rando, and J. Robert Brown.
And Marcia Norman.
Oh, and Marcia Norman. They all worked on this show.
She only wrote like 10 drafts of it.
In the last 7 years, on and off. So anyway, this is the team. It's going to be good.
These people are no longer associated with King Kong, just to be clear. But they did work on it.
Okay, so Dear Evan Hansen is going on tour. That's official now.
Shocking.
I mean, it's not shocking, but
shocking.
It's going on tour. And actually, the reason why we're finding this out right now is because the league conference, the Broadway Road Conference is happening right now. So people who take Broadway on the road are all in town right now, and there's all sorts of events happening. And they gave out awards, the Broadway League Awards, and David Stone, producer David Stone, who we know and like a lot. He's the Wicked producer, Warpaint, next to normal spelling bee. Anyway, he won a Distinguished Lifetime Service Award. And Chrissy Dyers, I just want to give a shout out, who works here at Broadway Across America, which is like our sister company.
Yeah.
She won Outstanding Achievement in Road Marketing. So congratulations. And also congratulations to Matt Morrison, who put up a crazy, beautiful, beautifully edited video announcing that Renee, his wife, is pregnant.
Yes.
But it was like a
it had
like an art film.
voiceovers and
it's an
music and stuff on the beach. It was very pretty.
Like, I feel like they hired a film crew.
I think they
I mean,
did.
it was beautiful.
And they wrote some poetry. It was lovely.
It was very thought out.
Gonna look at
so
that
congratulations, guys. He's going to be a daddy, Matt Morrison.
Matt Morrison.
We knew him when.
Matty Fresh, daddy.
We knew him when. Stockard Channing, who I feel like everyone's thinking about. Fun fact, I went to see Warpaint 2 weeks ago. Stockard Channing was in line behind me at the box office.
Fun fact, James Badge Dale is here. I just
No,
want
I
to
know.
remind you. Okay.
We're not running over.
I want to hear more about soccer.
Badge is very interested in my fun fact.
What happened there?
Here's what I thought was funny about it. I was with Angela, who's our makeup artist here, and she was in a pink satin jacket, and it was me and Angela, and then Stockard Channing was behind us.
Are you
Pink
seeing where
ladies,
this is
hello.
going?
I was like, oh my God, we were
Rizzo.
wearing like a Rizzo outfit, and Rizzo. Anyway, she everyone's thinking about her really because of 6 Degrees of Separation. Because anyone who saw her in that play will never forget that performance or the movie. Rent it. Although we love Alison Janney in the role too. Anyway, she is going back to the stage, but not here in London.
Right.
The West End.
In the West
She's
End.
doing a revival of a play. I don't know. Apologia. Do you know this play?
I don't.
Okay. Well,
It's
Jamie
new to us.
Lloyd is directing, and we know him
Yes, we do.
he is a great super talent. He did that Assassins production.
We saw Assassins at
Yep.
the Menuir Chocolate Factory.
Very
starring
talented
Aaron Tveit,
director.
And it was fantastic.
So this will be at Trafalgar. How do you say it?
Trafalgar Studios.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
July
welcome.
29th it starts. This is weird. Daveed Diggs is doing a pilot of Snowpiercer. Has anyone seen the movie Snowpiercer?
No,
I
I
feel like
have
Badge
not.
probably saw it. It's about this train that just keeps going. It's like this weird sci-fi. It's crazy and it's snowing and Tilda Swinton was in it, I think. Anyway, they're doing a TV
freestyling on this
version.
train?
It's a crazy movie. You should check it out. TNT is doing an adaptation of it, and Daveed Diggs is in it, and the train just keeps going.
And he's a Tony winner. There you go.
Dee Raschioli, if anyone who watches Live at 5 religiously, like most anyone out there, she's doing Evita. We knew that because she told us this summer. And now Paul Osat has joined as Perone, Tony winner
Tony
Paul
winner.
Osat. And this is at the Pennsylvania, and Dan Domenech, who I think was in Rock of Ages.
Wow, the
Pennsylvania
encyclopedia.
Shakespeare Festival, June 14th. What else? Matthew Perry was on Fallon promoting his play that he wrote.
The End of Longing.
Off-Broadway. Where'd you go, Bernadette?
I read that book.
Oh, it is a book.
It's a novel.
You know
It's
what? I've
really
seen the
good.
book. I didn't realize that. It's a movie now. Billy Crudup, Kate Blanchett, Kristen Wiig.
Tony winner, Tony nominee, Kristen Wiig.
And a funny person.
I'm just telling you the relevance. I just
Okay.
wanted to understand why.
Broadway, we're just going to leave you with a fun fact. The Broadway.com Audience Choice Awards, as I mentioned. So one of my favorite categories is favorite onstage pair, because they don't give out Tonys for pairs, and chemistry is important, right?
As you can tell today, it is very important.
And there are 4 people who have won twice, which I think is interesting. So these are the most charismatic people, I am assuming.
These are people who really get along with their co-stars.
Yeah, exactly. Although some of them maybe didn't get along with who they won with. I'm just
Doesn't
throwing that
matter.
out there. I'm not naming
Doesn't
names.
matter.
But I just want to tell you that Sutton Foster won twice.
With Gavin Creel.
Yes.
And with someone else.
Will Swenson in Hair. It was like a hippie one. Remember? They won. Yeah. Gavin, and then
Wait, Sutton Foster didn't win twice. Gavin Creel won twice.
I'm sorry, Gavin
That's
Creel
why I was
won for
confused.
Sutton, but this is confusing. Sutton won with Gavin, and then Roger Bart, Young
Oh,
Frankenstein.
for Young Frankenstein.
Nathan
right.
Lane won with Matthew Broderick
Of course, for the producers.
and B.B. Newirth for the Addams
Addams
Family.
Family. Interesting.
Leaving that out there.
Interesting.
And Adina Menzel won.
For Wicked.
And for If Then with James Snyder.
James Snyder.
And this year you can vote for one of these amazing 6 pairs of people. So do it before 11:59 or else your vote won't count.
11:59.
Are you done yet,
Eastern
Beth?
Standard Time. I'm so done. Except, we'll be right back with James Badgedale of Building the Wall.
Off-Broadway is waking up to some big news. That's right, Groundhog Day is nominated for 7 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. And Andy Karl is a Tony nominee for Best Actor. Groundhog Day on Broadway.
Welcome back. We're here at Live at 5 with James Badgedale of Building the Wall. Hey, Badge.
Hi. How are you?
I love that I can call you Badge.
You can call me Badge. You can call me James, too.
Okay.
It's all right.
I'm going to call you Mr. Dale. Mr. Dale.
That's a little formal.
Yeah, it is. Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
This is like the fastest play ever written and produced.
Yes.
Robert Schenken, who wrote it, who's a Tony winner for All the Way, right? And he wrote
Pulitzer for
he's a
Kentucky
Pulitzer
Cycle.
for that.
Same.
He this is like a response to the political climate, right?
Yeah, this was actually before the election, and I think it was a response to a lot of the rhetoric out there. He wrote the play within a week and has started commissioning it of other theaters, but we've had Robert in the rehearsal process the entire time. So we've been rewriting and changing things, and it's been a very quick process, though. I mean, we started rehearsing 3 weeks ago. And Monday
you're opening
night,
on Sunday.
And we opened this Sunday on the 21st, and Monday night when you came, that was the end of our 3rd week and also our 5th preview. You know, so
I like to come early.
She comes early and she sees
There
the
was
good
some-
with the bad, but it's visceral, it's alive.
It is
and
very live. Your
live
scene
theater.
partner is Tamara Tooney.
Tamara Tooney.
It's
fantastic.
like so intense. You're both on stage the whole time.
Yes. Yeah.
There's no escape from this
There
play.
literally is no escape, and it takes place in a prison. And Tamara Tooney is a historian who is interviewing a convict who did not speak at his trial and will probably get the death penalty. And so this is the one moment that they have to kind of get the story and to get the story straight.
And the story feels plausible. Let's just put it that way. It feels like it could happen. It takes place a little bit in the future.
Yes.
Your character, Rick, is Southern.
Yes.
I was fascinated watching you. You never stop moving.
No,
You're
there's a lot of.
moving a lot.
I'm tired.
It's really.
I wake
considering
up
that you're
and
stuck
I'm
like
like,
in a room. You are so physically active during this show. Is that just something that you were working on with your character because of the nervous energy of the character?
I think it's yes, and we have to keep it alive up there. You know what I mean? You have two people talking. I don't want to give anything away. The situation of what we are talking about, recounting certain circumstances. So the idea that yes, Rick is active up there, and yes, there is a nervous circumstance. The stakes are very high. This is his only chance to get things out, and I just might be that type of actor who likes to move around a lot.
You might be. That's
Maybe.
okay. That's okay.
Maybe.
You're coming back to the stage. You've done so much film work. Your parents, can I talk about this?
Yeah,
Your
you can talk about the parents, yeah,
are
yeah.
very famous performers, and your father's
And my
director,
mother
right?
was from the South, too.
Your mother's from the South, Anita Morris.
Durham, North Carolina.
How does it feel to be in the theater world, knowing that that's your background, that's your family legacy? And we should say your father's Grover Dale, director, choreographer, Tony nominee. Your mother's Anita Morris.
Yeah.
Everyone knows from musical theater. Nine.
Yeah. You know, she performed at the Tonys for 9, and I think it was back in 1982, and it was yes, come on, right? And
In the most famous outfit ever.
oh God, that outfit. Oh, okay. Look, I was 4 years old. And I didn't understand why so many men were coming up to me saying, "I love your mother." And then I got older and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, man, it's not right." But they censored her from the
They did
Tonys.
censor her.
I can't remember what network it was. I won't throw you under the bus, but
It
wouldn't
was a
play
very
not fit for
it was
TV,
a very
not fit for
risque
prime
William
time.
Ivy Long
Yeah,
costume.
yeah. My mom was pretty fantastic, and my father. My father's a hard man. He's a wonderful man, and I love him to death. But I mean, he performed at a very high level, and he demands a high level. And I had just, I was at Stella Adler here back when it was on Lafayette Street, right next to the Public Theater, and then we had just done a production of Fool for Love, and it was the year 2000. I was very proud of this, and it was back in the day of the cassette tape. So we filmed it, and I brought a cassette tape back for my father to watch, and he watched about 30 seconds of Fool for Love, and he pressed stop, and he goes, "You didn't show this to anyone, did you?"
Wow.
But this
That's
is
a
my
lot
father.
to live up to.
And so when my father says, "Good job," that means something. That means a lot. And he's been incredibly supportive, and our relationship has grown so much over the years because of theater and because of shared interests. And he was a powerful dancer, and he's a powerful choreographer and director. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that you've done some really big movies and TV shows, and you come back to off-Broadway to do this protest play, I would call it.
Yeah, I'm really lucky. I'm really lucky. And then I would say this about the protest play. Yes, there is that piece about it, but our idea and what we are trying to do is find something that's bigger than that. And so you might relate to the settings and the circumstances, but the truth is if you take these circumstances out and this setting out and put in a different setting, the play should still work. And I would say people from other countries in different circumstances will recognize the story that we are telling.
That's
and
true.
it is a cautionary tale, and it's a tale about responsibility.
And of course you did Small Engine Repair.
Yes, the Small Engine Repair, John Falono, yeah.
So you've done a lot of, I mean, it's fun that you do these gigantic movies, big popcorn flicks, and then you can come back and sort of just find your way back into the theater.
I love the theater. I love New York. I was born in the city. New York's been very kind to me, and the theater is a special place, and there's nothing like it. So
could you have ever been anything else? You've been acting for a long time.
You
acted as a child.
I did one. That was not my fault.
It was not a small thing.
It was a little movie. It was just
a little movie.
I fell in.
Lord of the Flies.
Casting director came to the elementary school, like, you want to audition for a movie? And I told my parents, and they were like, yeah, let him audition. He'll learn about rejection. And then things went wrong. But then I started playing hockey, so I did one movie.
Right,
and I was
you
out.
were
I
a
quit.
serious hockey player, weren't you?
I was very serious, super serious. But hockey got me back to New York, and I got injured.
So you were in L.A.?
I went to high school in Los Angeles. I played 2 years of junior hockey in Utah. And then that got me a scholarship back to Manhattanville College in White Plains, New York. And I joined the theater department because I didn't know what else to do with my time.
You do have a bit of a southern drawl. Is that from your mother?
Well, there's my mom, and then I'm doing the play. I got
You
a
play
southern.
a Texan. You play a Texan.
It comes from Texas, and now I got this weird meld going on. It's like the southern gentleman with the harsh Texasness of it. But yeah.
All right, I have to ask you a question that's really personal.
How personal?
This is really personal.
Okay, I'm nervous.
Will you tell me about your tattoo? Because it's peeking out at me, and I'm just so curious.
Which one?
The one that's facing me.
The one that's facing you.
Yeah, this one. Right here. It says something. There's a sleeve. I want to.
Am I going to tell the story?
We're here.
I'm going to tell the story. Okay.
You don't have
okay.
to.
No.
I don't know where this is going.
Okay. You know what it
know.
is it's actually a quote from the play Wit. And when Judith Light's character, when Vivian discovers that she is terminal and there is nothing else to do, she quotes this John Donne poem. And I won't recite the entire thing to you right now because I don't mess it up. But it's about that life comes to this finite point, that we're all running to this point and it just snaps off. So that is what I have on my arm. And I actually find it very comforting to know that this idea that you only have a certain amount of time here, so you might as well live it to the fullest. And I think that's what that play is about. It's about living. And but the truth of the matter is, I was dating this girl who was a bit of a tattoo snob, and she woke up one morning and goes, "Why do you have a Justin Timberlake cross on your arm?" And I had this cross that's underneath there. I don't know if you can see it. Back when I was a teenager, I got this cross for $40, and I was playing hockey in Niagara Falls, Canada, and it was crooked. And sure enough, she pulls up on the internet, and he's got a very similar tattoo. And I'm like, I gotta cover it. I have to cover it right now.
It was not a Justin Timberlake tattoo from your point of view.
No. This was way. It was at that point. It was probably an NSYNC tattoo.
That's right. There you go. But Wit was a very important play for you.
Wit was a big play for me. I saw Judith do the play in 1999, and
so Judith Light took over for Kathleen Chalfant.
Yeah.
And this play, I think you've said before, it was like a point of healing for you.
It was a big moment for me. My mother passed when I was 15, and I did not handle it well as a 15-year-old.
That makes sense.
And when I was 21 and I went to see the play, my father actually came with me, and we knew Judith. Judith knew my mother. And I grieved my mother's death properly, I think, for the first time in that theater. Something happened. It was a cathartic experience for me. And that was the moment where I learned that theater is about the audience. That when you tell stories, it's about the audience and what you can touch. And I think, as a young man, I always thought it was about me. Actors, we tend to do that. We tend to think things are about ourselves, and it was in that theater I said, I want to be an actor, because this is blue-collar work. This is an honorable job.
It is hard work. 8 shows a week.
Yeah, it's no joke.
It's not as people are asking questions here, but Paul's saying he saw you in The Departed, and you're one of his favorite actors. That was
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you, Paul.
You played a lot of serious people.
Sometimes. I've done a comedy or two.
I think of you always like, you know, in uniform or something serious.
Oh, no more uniforms.
Or, you know, orange jumpsuits in this play.
Yeah, that's a uniform on its own. Yeah.
What's the response been for you from the audience?
It's been, listen, Robert has written a very powerful piece of theater here, and the play lands, regardless of me. the play lands. So I you know, the audience response has been positive, and I think it's important work, and I think it's important work right now. You know, that's what I'd say about it.
Are you excited to open? It's been such a rough, not rough in the sense that it's been, but so condensed of a rehearsal period.
It's been, I mean, we went on stage on Friday, and Tamara and I looked at each other, and we don't know the play. I mean, it's so much material, and right. To walk through that door on Friday night for the first preview was like, I'm going to leave all the metaphors out of it. It was an experience that I've never felt before. Mm-hmm. But something magical happened on that stage that night, and Tamara and I became joined forever. And so every performance gets easier and easier. Now every time we go out there, now we're to the point where we're going out there having fun, and we can experiment, and we can change, and we can pull things this way and that way, and that's what this time is there for, you know. Mm-hmm. I love what I do, and I'm lucky to do it.
Did you know Tamara before?
We did a movie called Flight together. We never worked in the movie together, but we'd done press together and been to dinner, and you know, I know her work very well.
Because I feel like you have to create this like really fast intimacy with someone to do this kind of work.
Yeah, and trust.
Yeah.
You know, when it's just two people out there, like we rely on each other. We're a single organism out there, bouncing back with each other, and she's amazing. Sometimes she breaks me. You know, and I'm watching her, and I'm watching her on stage. I'm like, wow, she's so good. She's so. Oh, wait a minute, I'm gonna play. Wait, what's going on?
It's not about you.
It's not about me.
It's about the audience.
It's about them. It's about her. It's about everyone else. Not me.
Okay, everyone's just here's the questions I'm getting, you guys. I'm getting, you're my favorite actor. I love you so much. I'm seeing it June 12th. This is the kind of stuff I'm getting.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you.
You are a real working actor, though. You work a lot.
I do work a lot. I'm lucky. I work a lot. I mean, I live.
Do you live in New York? Or do you live in LA?
No, I live in New York. I moved back to New York in '99, and I never left. You know, and I love it here. But I mean, the truth is, I work so much. I spend most of the time on the road. You know.
But you haven't been to Broadway yet.
No, I've never done more than a $4.99.
Let's change that.
It's been a bunch of 99s, some other $4.99s. There was a $2.99.
I think we're talking about seats. I thought at first it was some sort of private code, but actually you mean seats.
Oh, I was talking about seats. Yeah, what were you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, seats.
Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Everybody knows.
Nobody knows. It's
no one knows what he's talking about. So you want to come to Broadway?
I would love to do a Broadway show. I mean, I think that's every actor's dream. You know?
Can you sing and dance?
No, that's a problem. I was wondering about King Kong when I was listening to you guys talk about that. I was like, you know.
That could work.
Huh?
We can make that work.
Yeah?
I hope all the new King Kong people are listening, all those Australians. All right, well, everyone go see. You really should see Building the Wall. It's at New World Stages, opens on Sunday. James Badgedale. Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.